the world is on fire, and so are you. The world is on fire. Not literally, though in some places, even that's true. But metaphorically, emotionally, spiritually. Oh, it's burning. And if you're paying attention at all, you can feel the heat licking at your skin. It's in the news feeds you scroll, the conversations you overhear, the way strangers glare instead of smile. You feel it in the way your chest tightens with each headline. You sense it in the sleepless nights, the clenched jaw, the constant mental noise. You wake up and before you even take your first sip of coffee, the world throws chaos at you. Another crisis. Another controversy. Another reason to believe things are falling apart, and fast. The economy. The environment. The state of relationships. The future. The past. Your own mind. And in the middle of this storm, there's you. Not a superhero. Not a billionaire. Not someone with a secret escape plan. Just a human. Doing your best to stay sane in a world gone mad. You try to keep your balance. You try to show up. You try to protect your peace. But peace feels like a privilege these days, doesn't it? The modern world demands more from you than ever before, and yet it offers fewer tools to handle the weight. So here's the question, when everything around you starts falling apart, do you crumble? Or do you rise? Because that's what this is really about. Not how much you know. Not how strong your bank account is. Not how many followers you have. But how well you endure. How deeply you stand. How powerfully you adapt. This isn't just a motivational speech. This is a call to arms for the soul, a blueprint for surviving, and even thriving, in a world that wants you distracted, broken, and dependent. Because in this new world, the people who succeed aren't the lucky. They're not the rich. They're not even the smartest. They're the resilient. And make no mistake, resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Brick by brick. Habit by habit. Challenge by challenge. And today, I'm going to show you how to build it. Not fake strength. Not false positivity. But real, unshakable inner power. The kind of resilience that doesn't just help you survive chaos, it transforms you because of it. So take a breath. Let the noise fall away. Let this be your moment of clarity. This is where we begin. What is resilience, really? Let's strip away the buzzwords. Resilience is everywhere these days, on podcasts, on t-shirts, in Instagram captions. It's become a trendy word, tossed around like it's some kind of lifestyle accessory. But let me ask you, when your world feels like it's caving in, when your plans fall apart, when your strength is tested at 3 a.m. and no one is watching, what does resilience actually look like? It's not smiling when you're dying inside. It's not pushing through pain while pretending it doesn't exist, and it's definitely not bottling it all up just to earn a badge of toughness. Real resilience isn't performance, it's presence. It's the ability to stay grounded when the ground shakes. To bend without breaking. To bleed and still move forward. It's crying, but continuing. Falling, but standing again. Feeling lost, but refusing to give up. Think of a tree in a storm. The wind thrashes it. The rain beats it. Branches snap, leaves scatter. But the roots? They hold. Deep underground, they clutch the earth with everything they've got. That's resilience. Not perfection. Not immunity to pain, but the power to keep going, especially when it's hard. And here's the truth most people never tell you, resilience isn't about toughness. It's about adaptability. Because life doesn't get easier. You just get better at responding. You learn to ride the waves instead of getting crushed by them. You learn to feel fear without letting it stop you. You learn that resilience is not about denying emotions, but navigating through them with awareness. You stop asking, why me, and start asking, what now? You stop hiding from the chaos and start facing it, calmly, deliberately, even courageously. Here's another truth: resilience is not reactive. It's built before the crisis comes. The same way you don't wait for a hurricane to install a roof, you don't wait for life to collapse before you learn to stand tall. You train for it. You prepare for it. You practice resilience every day in small, unseen ways. Waking up early when you want to sleep in. Saying no when you'd rather avoid conflict. Doing the hard task instead of procrastinating. Choosing patience when anger feels easier. Showing up even when motivation dies. Each of those moments, small as they may seem, are reps, mental reps, emotional reps, spiritual reps. They build you. They shape you. They make you the kind of person who doesn't just endure adversity, but evolves through it. And here's the most powerful part: resilience is a choice. It's a decision to face the storm, rather than run from it. A choice to rise again and again, even when the world tells you it's easier to fall. It doesn't matter what your past looks like. It doesn't matter how many times you've broken down. Because every moment is a new opportunity to choose differently. To build your foundation. To deepen your roots. To become unshakable, not because life stops shaking, but because you've learned how to hold steady. Why the world feels so chaotic. Let's be honest, life today isn't just busy. It's brutal. And the chaos you feel, it's not in your head. It's real. You're not weak for feeling overwhelmed. You're not broken because you're tired. You're human, in a world that's pushing humans to the edge. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. We live in an age of hyperstimulation. You are being bombarded, constantly. Your nervous system is on high alert 24/7. And it's not by accident. It's by design. Every scroll, every ping, every headline is a grab for your attention. Your focus is being hunted, and your peace is the price. Here's what the modern world does: it floods you with information, but starves you of wisdom. It feeds you endless options, but kills your ability to decide. It sells you convenience, but steals your resilience. It shows you highlight reels, but hides the struggle. It tells you you're not enough, unless you buy something, follow someone, or prove yourself. And while you're swimming through this digital flood, real life doesn't pause. You've got bills. Deadlines. Family pressure. Emotional wounds. Sleepless nights. 100 little things pulling at you. And still, you're expected to keep it together. No wonder your mind feels like a war zone. But let's break it down further. You're overloaded with choices. We were never meant to process thousands of decisions a day, from what to wear to what to click, what to believe, who to listen to, and how to respond to every notification. This choice fatigue wears you down. It drains your willpower. It makes you reactive instead of intentional. You're trapped in comparison. Every day, social media paints an impossible picture. Perfect bodies. Perfect lives. Perfect success. And even though you know it's curated, it still gets to you. You start to measure your real life against someone else's highlight reel. And no matter how hard you try, it never feels like enough. That constant pressure. It's a form of psychological warfare. You're overstimulated, but underdeveloped. You have access to more content than any generation in human history, but how much of it actually nourishes you? Most people spend hours consuming, but little time reflecting. Absorbing, but not integrating. Scrolling, but never acting. You end up full of noise, but empty of meaning. And worst of all, you've been trained to seek comfort, not growth. From fast food to fast dopamine, everything is designed to keep you numb. To keep you entertained just enough to not ask deeper questions. But comfort, while seductive, is a trap. It dulls the edge of your spirit. It keeps you quiet, compliant, and controllable. That's what the system wants. But you're here because some part of you is done with that. You're ready to wake up. Because once you realize the game being played, you can choose a different role. You can stop reacting, and start responding. You can stop absorbing chaos, and start creating clarity. You can reclaim your focus. Rebuild your peace. Rethink your identity. But first, you have to see the matrix for what it is. You have to understand that the world isn't just chaotic, it's engineered to be. Because chaos keeps you distracted. Distraction keeps you passive, and passivity keeps you weak. But now you see it. And seeing is power. Because when you become aware of the chaos, you can stop being consumed by it. You can anchor yourself. You can return to center. You can become the calm within the storm. And that's exactly what we're going to build next. Let's pause here. If you've made it this far, you already know, you're not like everyone else. Most people tap out at the first sign of discomfort. But you're still here. Still listening. Still building. That's what separates the weak from the resilient, commitment to growth, especially when it's hard. What we've covered so far is just the beginning. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. But before you jump to the next video, here's what I need you to do, like this video if it spoke to you. Drop a comment below and tell me your biggest takeaway from part 1. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you never miss another lesson.